is 6:49. This is your morning in 8 minutes. It's going to be dangerously hot this week.
Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley joins us with what we need to know heading into that weather alert day tomorrow. Heather.
Yeah, the difference here is obviously we've had days in the 90s. It's felt like 100. But actually hitting 99 or greater doesn't happen often. So again, that's the difference. We do have another heat wave. We do have more 90s, yes, but it peaks at 100 tomorrow. So really highlighting that. And that's why it's your first alert weather day. To break it down even further, yes, afternoon temperatures climb to 100. So in those afternoon hours, that's when you would want to limit time outside tomorrow. In perspective, that would set a new record high. The current record for tomorrow would be 99 degrees from 1988. But many of you may remember that 10 years ago, the summer of 2012 was our hottest on record. Actually, that's when we hit our all-time hottest temperature of 105. And so that's where we are going to be right around that 100-degree mark tomorrow. We'll break down your full forecast, all the ups and downs coming up here in just a moment.
Heather, thanks. Well, the TVA says there are ways that you can save some money on your energy bill and stay cool. Keep your outside unit clear of debris, use your ceiling fan, and use your microwave instead of your oven whenever you can because it creates less heat in your home. Cities around East Tennessee preparing for the dangerous temperatures. In Newport, cooling stations around the city will be open to make sure everyone stays hydrated. Starting today through Friday, the city will open the Cosby Fire Department, the Grassy Fork Fire Department, and the Community Center gym. They'll have supplies ready for you in case of an emergency. They open at 11 in the morning and close at 4 in the afternoon.
And if you're cooling off in the pool, Dollywood Splash Country wants you to be safe. Thursday, they're attempting to host the world's largest swimming lesson at the park. If you buy a ticket, you can take part in the free swim lesson. It's for families with kids of all ages and skill level. You can find more information in the As Seen On section of the WVLT News app. And a warning this morning from pharmacists. Your medicine could put you at a risk for heat-related illness.
Certain medications can make you more sensitive, including the ones you buy over the counter. Experts say things like Benadryl and beta blockers for heart conditions can make it harder to cool off. Stimulants like ADHD medications can cause your body to produce more heat. And normal doses of medications could have a greater effect on your body if you are dehydrated. Pharmacists say drink extra water and talk to your doctor if you're concerned. You should never stop taking your medication. And continuing coverage this morning, there are extra patrols around Campbell County as deputies are investigating disturbing letters left at several churches and businesses.
The sheriff won't say what's in the letters, but it has people in the area on edge. Someone left 5 letters wedged in the doors of churches across Campbell County, 2 more at local businesses. The letters are several pages long, typed out, and didn't contain any direct threats. A town hall is now scheduled for 6 o'clock Thursday.
Just the safety of their congregation. You know, people wanting to come and whatever denomination you are, you have a right to come and assemble and be safe.
If you see a letter like this, call the Campbell County Sheriff's Office. Well, this morning we're learning more about 2 Anderson County inmates who escaped the detention center over the weekend. The sheriff says Rose Phillips and Christy Craig walked off a work crew and escaped in a car, but well, they were quickly caught. Both inmates now facing escape charges added to their underlying charges. And University of Tennessee police, they are closing the case against the people accused of threatening, robbing, and assaulting a woman after the UT baseball game. Wednesday, police released photos of the suspects, but in an update yesterday, they said they are dropping the case. And happening today in just a few hours, the Knox County Board of Education Superintendent Search Committee will meet.
They'll be discussing how to evaluate the new head of schools, Dr. John Reiswick. That meeting starts at 9 o'clock in the UT Tower. And Knox County Commission will also meet today for a work session.
Up for discussion, revising the pavement plan for the developers in charge of converting the historic Andrew Johnson building. The plans are to turn the building directly into a hotel, and for 17 years, the developers will be allowed to pay $60,000 a year to the county instead of property taxes. That meeting starts tonight at 5 o'clock at the City County building. And covering the Capitol, we could get some relief from high gas prices. President Joe Biden is considering a federal gas tax holiday. Experts say it would likely save you around 18 cents a gallon. Biden says he'll announce his decision by the end of the week. And gas prices are down today after hitting record highs. Here in Knoxville, you're going to pay around $4.58. The state average is $4.59. It's much less than the national average, sitting at $4.97.
Well, the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack holds its 4th hearing today. Aides say it will focus on former President Trump's attempts to pressure state officials to overturn the election. One witness is Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. President Trump asked Raffensperger to find nearly 12,000 votes to flip the state's results. And after a weekend full of delays and cancellations at airports across the country, airlines say they need help.
The CEO of United Airlines says the government needs to step in to help them get back on track. He says United and other airlines are facing challenges 2 years worth from COVID. And with a major staffing shortage at many airlines, U.S. carriers are limiting the number of flights they can schedule. He wants the government to help by enforcing the rules to limit the number of flights to what busier airports can handle and work to get air traffic control towers to full staffing.
Covering your health this morning, starting today, pharmacies will offer the COVID vaccine to kids as young as 18 months. The CDC giving Moderna and Pfizer shots a final approval over the weekend. An estimated 180 million babies and toddlers are now eligible. And you can soon get free health care in Knoxville. RAM, Remote Area Medical, hosting a clinic Saturday and Sunday at Central Baptist of Bearden. Free dental services, vision, and medical will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis. The patient parking lot will open no later than 11:59 p.m. on Friday. You do have to wear a mask and you need a COVID test before you go in.
It is 6:55. Want to get a look at your first alert traffic before you head out with Whitney?
Carpool if you can today, or reduce those trips on the road as we're dealing with another air quality alert. If you're traveling through Campbell County, you may notice a shift in traffic on I-75 northbound. This is just north of the Caryville exit, just south of the Oneida Huntsville exit. The northbound lanes are shifted toward the median barrier wall. Crews are finishing installing storm drainage in that area. Moving in and around downtown Knoxville this morning, that volume is still very light. Want to show you a live look at the interstate that is on time for you.
Almost 6:56 now, starting the day off with those mild temperatures and ending the day with plenty of heat. So let's enjoy this part of the day. At 57 in Crossville, 55 in Whitley City, 54 Whitesburg, and 60 right now Knoxville. Oak Ridge back up to 61, 58 Inglewood. You can actually see where we're right at that edge of humid. We're still getting into this comfortable range. Most of us are pleasant in the 50s to those upper 50s right at 60 is where it can start feeling a little bit warmer. Really in the morning, this is how low we can go with your morning cooling. We can enjoy a beautiful hazy sunrise was really about 30 minutes ago, starting the day off with these mild temperatures. Then the heat cranks up in all that sun, light breeze and 85 at noon with a high today of 95, which is what can cook up some poor air quality, literally in that heat and that sun. And the next couple of days though, remember we hit that peak heating of 100. Then the humidity and some rain chances return. We'll be tracking that for you as well if you're like me and hoping for some rain on your garden. Got you covered coming up on the CW.
Remember that Father's Day we had the other day where it was so nice out? It was in the 80s. Feels like years ago from what we're going to see tomorrow.
Yeah, I can feel it.